It's my pleasure now to introduce a person who's going to introduce our keynote speaker. And ladies and gentlemen, this person needs no introduction, but I'm going to do it anyway because I have the microphone again. How many people in this room know Joe O'Donnell? Joe and his wife, Kathy, have been on the front lines of the CF fight for 4 decades. You know, Joe is an extremely well-respected businessman here in the Commonwealth of Massachusetts. He's a friend and a partner to the Cystic Fibrosis Foundation. And for all the CF families out there, Joe, I mean, you can't get up here and give a talk and thank you enough. You just can't. You're still here years after Joey passed. And, you know, that's a sobering thing to say. To think all of us, we work so hard and to keep our kids healthy and keep going. We do what we have to do, and you know what that's all about. But for you and Kathy to continue the fight and have Joey's legacy go on, that's why all of our kids are alive. And I remember when Christine and I, when we were pregnant, we found out that little Bobby was going to have cystic fibrosis in utero. It's when standard screening happened for moms back then, and we're like, oh, wow, this is horrible. And I remember talking to some folks at Children's Hospital, talking to some folks at the CF Foundation, because I had already known folks at the CF Foundation because of the Dedham Great Strides Walk. And then people said, you're going to talk to Joe O'Donnell. And I remember the first time talking to Joe, and talk about an angel coming into your life and basically saying, kid, because I was a lot younger back then, Joe. And he said, kid, it's going to be all right. We're going to raise a ton of money and we're going to buy a cure for your kid. What happened to my kid isn't going to happen to your kid. And anyone who knows Joe, that's how he talks. He said, don't worry about it. We're going to beat this and we're not going to give up. And when you look at the definition of determination and persistence, that is Joe O'Donnell. So I don't know how to introduce him. There's a lot of stuff here in your bio about what you've done with the Joey Fund, but it needs no introduction here, Joe. Everyone in this room knows that you and your wife and your family, your girls, are our heroes. So thank you for being here time and time again.
About 5 jokes I wanted to tell about Bobby. One of them, him saying he's younger than I. Well, there's something I want to say. I don't want to say a lot. This is not about me. But basically, I look out at this room, and I was telling Bobby early on, and I was telling Suzanne from Vertex over there, early on. And I remember our very first, it was 40 years ago, and our very first meeting, CF meeting, volunteer meeting. This was long before Pam, and long before, we had 12 people there. We sat at a little round table, and I was trying to join an organization and maybe help my son and everyone else that I knew who had this disease. There were 12 people there. And the room was chaotic. It was, I wouldn't say full of despair, but there wasn't much hope because we didn't know what was going to bring the next day or the next day. The organization nationally, never mind Massachusetts, was a model. And it used to be called Schwab's disease. So if you go back, that was 40 years ago. And so I look out here tonight. My first thought when I walked in was, oh, damn, I mean, this is, next year we're going to have to go somewhere else. You fill the room. And man, that is really impressive. It says a lot. This is a very special night. Kathy and I, for the first 3 or 4 years after Joy died, couldn't come to this event. And that would have been 32 years ago. Couldn't come because it was so real. This is a real night because you're all going through that. Is it going to happen? We're going to get the cure? When's it going to happen? Is it going to be last week, next week? And there's nothing more important in your life. So I think when I look out here, I see I'm filled with hope. And I know we had a meeting this afternoon. There were a bunch of you there at the afternoon meeting. And as usual, the questions from these very astute parents among you was way over my head. I don't understand the science. I don't try to understand the science. I just want to believe in guys like Mike Boyle. I want to believe in going back to Bob Bell, Rich Mattingly, that many of you know who I mean, and they laid the groundwork, and you're continuing it. So when I see a room full of people like this, and I know inside, like all of us, and that's the beauty of this organization, is that we're all insiders. This is all transparent. We have done a seamless in a national way, and then down in the local ways. And Paley wasn't kidding. I mean, Massachusetts has been #1, we're number 6 in the state. We're not competitive enough. We're about the 6th largest population state, and we've been #1 many times. And basically, at the end of the day, money buys a cure, and we're almost there. And I think there's no doubt that our goals are as high as you could possibly make them, and we just feel better and better about that. So I want to thank you and celebrate the good news we all read about yesterday, and there's going to be more good news in the months coming on. Since I'm not, I'm a volunteer, just like so many of you, so I can brag, and my wife always accuses me of rounding up. So I don't think it's going to be 2 more years or 3 more years before this is. So I say things that makes everybody in the organization curl. But basically, I believe that. I've seen what's happened the last 10 years, and it's a hockey stick progress, and one after another of these milestones, occur. So you should all congratulate yourselves for coming out tonight, for continuing to come out, doing all those things. We're not done. We clearly have a collective effort that all of us have done that we have to be very proud of, unparalleled in the country. Not just the money, but the organization and the fact that, who's saying that? Someone was saying that this morning at our meeting and again tonight. Wow, it's like a big family. And that's over and overused saying, but that's what this is like. So when Boyle walks in, you can call him and say, what about this? What about that? Preston Campbell walks in, and so you're all in the same family, and I just think I know it's unusual anywhere in the country with any other disease and any other problem. So you're all part of that, and you've shown that by your support tonight and your support throughout the years. So congratulations, and I think it couldn't be better. So thank you.